Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team. Wanted to make this video on the inverted cup and handle candlestick pattern. A cup and handle is usually a bullish pattern where the handle comes down and then you get a breakout above the top of the cup. That doesn't always happen, of course. Many times cup and handles fail. The inverse cup and inverted or inverse, whatever you want to call it, inverted cup and handle is just the opposite. Flip it upside down, and it's more of a bearish pattern. And you'll find these cup and handles many times within other patterns, or same thing, cup and handle or inverted cup and handle. You'll find them patterns within patterns, right? So let's go look at some real world examples. Let's take a look at CLR. Picture like a U here, right? Form a U, right? Kind of a U here. And then I'm going to take this drawing tool over here. I'm going to draw kind of like a handle, right? Then obviously, as you can see, kind of right here, so big U, handle back, handle broke down, right? Now, I'm going to show you several things on this. So a U with a handle. Let's see if you can notice something that's part of this pattern. That was a handle that broke down, but take a look. If I remove this drawing over here, and this one over here, you're going to see an even bigger U followed by another basically handle, right? So now that U just expanded even bigger, right? So you can kind of just make this still a bigger U followed by kind of another handle. So a U with a handle breakdown, U with a handle, we'll see if it breaks down, right? Patterns within patterns within patterns. I'm going to see if you notice something here when I zoom out. Do you notice anything about this chart? I'm going to clear the drawing set, right? If it hasn't hit you yet, look at this gigantic inverted cup and handle. Major cup, major U, or upside down. I keep calling it a U, but it's an upside down U. So let me just say it the right way, because I'm used to calling the U with the cup and handle. So an inverted kind of U. So what is that? Part of an M or half an M? So you can see here, big upside down U. And then you have, look at this. So this handle, if you look at it, hasn't broken down, right? So you can see this handle is it went over, kind of traded this way, or let me zoom out. So it kind of traded like, that would be like the handle, right? And then it kind of broke out, right? So doesn't mean it's always going to break down. You got to look at, when you look within all of this, you'll see so many patterns. You'll see a head, a left shoulder, a right shoulder, so a head and shoulders. You'll see just so many other patterns within it. So it's important to find the big overall pattern, then the patterns within the pattern, and see what's actually happening. You can see it's a big cup followed by a handle. So if you see here, if I clear this drawing set, you can see kind of like a handle, right? Cup followed by a handle. So flip this upside down, right? So this one right here was an inverted cup and handle. This is a cup and a handle. So you see cup, handle, break out. Upside down cup, handle, break down. Upside down cup, coming down further, handle, see what happens, right? All of these patterns they're just all over the place. Intraday time frames, daily, monthly, weekly. So it's all about finding these patterns and then being able to find the support and resistance, which we teach you in our free courses. Make sure that you take our courses. It takes a long time, a lot of studying to be able to understand all this, but make sure you don't skip, right? These patterns are super important to really learn. So as you can see here, cup right here, you can see a handle that kind of formed over here a little bit, right? Cup, handle, broke down, right? Now, again, going back again, looking at the bigger picture, kind of a bigger cup, right? Followed by kind of another handle-ish pattern over here. And then it broke down a little bit, but then it's kind of continued. It's kind of broke out of the pattern. And if you kind of look over here, you will see a big kind of cup pattern, right? Followed by this long handle. See that? So you have an inverted cup and handle. You can actually see Actually, now that I'm seeing it better, you can see this handle's just gone along over here, right? It's kind of like longer handle over here, this cup, longer handle. It's actually just keeps going, right? And again, so when it just forms future support and resistance, and you can see the price just has gone in this channel. And if you zoom in over here, you can kind of see an inverted cup followed by kind of like a handle here, broke down a little bit. You can see here forming another potential cup. See that? Cup, inverted cup, cup, inverted cup. Over and over and over again, you'll see these patterns. Let's look at several more examples, just because I'm all about repetition, helping people. Hopefully you can really see these patterns. You can see here, you kind of got to picture this a little bit bigger, right? So picture this whole area as a cup, right? This whole area here, kind of with that base kind of right around here, let's say. Again, patterns are not going to always be perfect, right? You got to kind of like gauge and eyeball many times. So picture this as a big cup, handle right here, right? Handle right here, broke down, right? Inverted cup, handle, broke down. Let's look at EXC. You'll see a couple of them on here, right? Inverted cup, right? Kind of followed by a little bit of a handle right there. So cup, handle, broke down, kind of went back up again, turned into a whole other kind of pattern. You can see, let me go back over to here. Cup over here, kind of a handle. Again, handles are not going to be perfect, right? Cup, handle gets choppy again, indecision, forming that handle, boom, broke down. Now you can see if I just kind of clear this drawing here that, you know, it might be forming another cup. Maybe it'll be a cup and another handle, right? Cup and handles, very, very popular. You'll see them all over the place on stock charts. EQT, another one, or a couple of them here. So you can see the cup here, and you can see this kind of the handle being formed here. Cup, handle, kind of broke down, formed another cup and a handle that broke down. Cup, handle, broke down. See all these cups and handles, cups and handles? If you put this all together as a big upside down U, I don't know what you call an upside down U. Half of an M, I like saying that. Followed by kind of like this choppy looking handle over here, if I can make it. I'm just trying to get a gauge here. Right? So kind of an upside down U, handle broke down. Cups and handles, all over the place. You can see over here, I didn't even notice this one before. I didn't catch it, but upside down U, kind of got that, kind of almost this long, choppy looking handle. You can almost just call it like extended out. Ah, man, this tool is annoying sometimes. So kind of just remove this, right? Kind of almost call that like a U here, kind of that handle breakdown. Find these patterns. Again, they're not always going to be perfect, right? I mean, the world of trading isn't perfect. It's about identifying what's going on and then zooming in and finding those small little patterns within the patterns. That's what we're teaching you in our courses. So we're going to take these bigger patterns and then drill in on them and show you all the smaller patterns as well. You can see an upside down U. So you can call the handle right here, or you can kind of extend it out, right? So I can call the handle, you know, look at it over here as it was forming, and then you can see it broke down here, right? So this upside down U handle broke down. But if I remove that drawing right here, now picture the U a little bit bigger, and you can almost like kind of just draw this out over here and just kind of almost say like trading sideways here. So you can say this kind of like choppy, you can almost even call that, just imagine that like somewhat like a handle. whatever you want to call it. Again, it's support and resistance, right? Because then it broke out over here. So that's what we tell people. Don't get bogged down of like where exactly is that handle 100%, because there's going to be so much of other things that you're going to see within this, because in this upside down U with the handle, look at this. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right at the neckline here, an inverse head and shoulders, right? So that's a breakout area. No coincidence. Again, just drawing these support and resistance lines, these patterns pop out at you, and it just shows you, again, what price is trading in this channel. You can call it part of the handle of this big cup and handle, and then it breaks out right at the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders. Again, if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, take our candlestick courses where we're going to teach you all this stuff. Another one, as I'm looking at it here, a big cup, and then kind of got this handle looking here. You know, you can kind of cup, handle broke out, fell down here. You can just, again, start to see these things. A cup kind of with a handle here, broke down. You'll see them all over the place the more you start to look at charts. IMAX. So this one right here, if you zoom in here, this got a really nice cup and the handle formation forming over here. So we'll see what happens. Looks like, you know, maybe it'll break down. We'll see. It's looking a little bearish. Cup, handle might be breaking down, but zoom out a little bit. This right here is a very clear head and shoulders, but I want to show you something. So you got a head, left shoulder, right shoulder. But picture this as a U as well, or an upside down U, right? Over here, and then you can kind of almost call this area right here a handle. So you can see that sometimes there's just patterns within the patterns, right? You know, head and shoulders, but also, hey, if you want to call it a bit kind of a U, it's kind of formed this kind of pattern right here. So, you know, an inverted cup and handle could be part of a head and shoulders. You can see this one right here. This inverted cup had a handle and then it broke out. So this is an inverted cup and handle, but it didn't break down, it broke up. See that? You can see all of this, and then you can kind of watch this. So take a look at this as I'm seeing this. This whole thing is a big upside down U, and then you can kind of take this and form it into like a handle, and kind of look, it broke down. So this is a big inverted or upside down U followed by handle, broke down, right? Up here, upside down U, handle, right here, broke down. Up here, big upside down U, kind of a handle area up here, broke down, right? You can see them over and over and over again. So important to learn these patterns and find support and resistance areas.